Last week, on the 14th of July 2020, the Right Honourable Oliver Dowden, CBE MP, Secretary of State for Digital Culture, Media and Sport, gave his edict on Huawei's ongoing presence in the UK's telecommunications networks. Specifically, he defined how operators will no longer be permitted to purchase any more Huawei 5G equipment after the end of this year, so 2020, and then by the end of 2027, Huawei must be stripped from the UK's 5G networks. Now, there were other statements said around Huawei's presence within, for example, fibre networks and the ongoing discussions that will need to happen there. But focusing on the 5G point, there are a number of factors to do with this edict that need to be discussed. Firstly, it has to be passed in the Telecommunication Security Bill to become law. The 2027 date is quite highly contentious amongst a number of highly influential politicians from a wide spectrum of the political gamut, and therefore the bill might be quite hard to pass with the current 2027 proposal. It isn't even just the 2027 aspect that has proven to be quite divisive. The amount of Huawei that will potentially be allowed to remain within the UK's critical national infrastructure is also a bone for contention, which may well affect the new Telecom Security Bill and exactly what goes in it and what gets passed in the end. Secondly, it must be noted that this 2021 and 2027 policy is in addition to the existing January rules. So operators cannot just stockpile a huge amount of Huawei equipment now to then fill their networks with in the coming years. They still have to stick within the January National Cyber Security Council guidance. During the speech, Oliver Dowden was very upfront about the implications to 5G in the UK, specifically a delay of 2 to 3 years and cost implications of up to £2 billion. Of course, there are wider implications to think about here in terms of UK society as a whole. The overall financial impact is likely to be far higher than £2 billion. Assembly did a very detailed report for Mobile UK with various cost modelling that I would recommend that you look at. But also there is the geopolitical aspect, and understandably China has not responded particularly positively to this Huawei news, saying that there will be ramifications that come out of it. Certainly, it would not be unreasonable for a Chinese business to consider their UK strategy in a different context now to what they might have done before, just kind of as part of their standard international business assessment practices. The UK operators haven't said all that much after the latest judgment. BT issued a statement saying that they expect the costs will be absorbable within their existing cost modelling after the January guidance, and other operators have either said that they are considering the guidance, or in the case of, say, Vodafone, issued a little bit of a Q&A fairly much mirroring what Oliver Dowden said around the delays. All in all then, this is clearly not ideal in the sort of medium to long term point of view. Huawei would no doubt have become very highly involved in the UK's ongoing 5G story were it not for these government interventions. And I think from a network quality point of view, at least, it is not for the better. But it is the situation that we are in, and as I said earlier on, the policy, at least in the short term, is unlikely to change for increased Huawei access, more likely the opposite. That's not to say that with the Telecom Security Bill, once it's implemented, it couldn't then later be amended or changed to suit the geopolitical and security implications and assessments of the future. However, even if the rules are changed in the future, that would leave a period where the UK was arguably deprived of a very capable and beneficial vendor, largely, or at least in part, due to a geopolitical story. And that's really incredibly unfortunate. Some of you will have noted that I was on Channel 4 News talking about how prevalent Huawei is within the UK, and that segment is on YouTube, and I'll include a link up in the corner and in the description for those who want to see it. So on that note, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and it's been shot on the OnePlus 8 Pro, so I'm kind of curious what it looks and sounds like.